Okay. So unscientific landfills are not a solid fix for waste management. So waste management is the biggest problem for almost all cities, especially metro cities, greater cities. Okay. So unscientific, then what is a scientific landfill? Waste dump madadu. Okay. What is the scientific way of doing it? How to handle the waste, solid waste? That is the first thing. Dry waste and wet waste. Why we have to segregate it? No, what happens if it is mixed? Wet waste will be decomposed much easier than dry waste. Okay. Now I'm asking, if it is mixed, what happens? You are all talking about segregation. No, I am not going to segregate. What will happen? We cannot recycle. Biodegradation, that is one part. Okay. We cannot recycle it. For example, from dry waste, in Bidadi, there is a plant. Okay. They are producing energy. If there is a dry waste completely, they can easily produce energy. If it is mixing with the wet waste, they cannot do that. That means half of the waste can be used for energy production. So similarly, this side, wet waste. If it is a wet waste, the same way, that can be also used for energy production or as a manure for the agricultural fields, correct? But there is another problem. Usually the plastic will be mixed with the wet waste. So that is the biggest problem. Because if you put that in agricultural fields, so the plastic will not decompose. So instead of helping the soil, it is degrading the soil. So for this reason, the segregation. Why they are asking you to segregate? To handle it easily. Okay, fine. Unscientific landfills, they are telling. What is the scientific way of landfilling? You are dumping into the land, right? They are saying it is unscientific. So what is happening? Simply you are going and dumping. See the photo. They are like simply dumping like this. All the city waste is dumped near in the nearest villages. Okay. Got it. So what will happen? Okay. What type of pollution? Green, because when it is rotten, methane will be released. That is nothing but methane only. So methane will be released. Methane is a potential greenhouse gas. Then what else? So groundwater contamination. Groundwater contamination will happen. Then nearby soil and also water bodies will be polluted. Eutrophication will happen because in this nutrition will be there, correct? Nutrients will be there. So they will join the water bodies and water bodies will become rich with the nutrients. That is called as eutrophication. What is the problem if water bodies are having more nutrition? So algal bloom will happen. Pachi kattiruttala water bodies. So which will cut off oxygen to that water body. So all aquatic animals, everything will face problem. They will die. Okay, and water will become unfit for consumption. So that is also one more problem. Obviously, diseases will spread because of this. Nice. Then, what are the social problems? So, because for those villages, people, I said Mandur, nobody is ready to give a girl to that village. If you are there, no girl. Social problems. Okay. So, unscientific way of landfill means then how to fill it. One is used for first option is solve it by producing the energy. Then waste problem is handled. Suppose you want to dump. How you have to dump? By a capping means surface you should cover with something else so that whatever air pollution, water pollution, so that will not happen. So once you fill it, you should cover it with soil. Okay. So yeah, so if by doing segregation, that is also becomes a biocompost. You are covering its soil, so that will also become biocompost. It can be used later. And if you cover its soil, so that will not create problem. That is a scientific inside the land. Digging and dumping. If do segregation, that is also helping to create biocompost, which is used for the agriculture purpose. So at least that much they can do. Scientific way of handling, because this is much cheaper. Simply they will start dumping. Lorries will go and dump the waste. Okay. So another problem is there with respect to medical waste. Medical waste, if it is becoming part of this, okay, contamination, right? If it joins water bodies and also possibility of diseases. And also e-waste, your mobile, computer chips, okay, PCBs, all these e-waste. So in that mercury content will be there. So that is creating problem. Mercury, if it joins water bodies, that is a problem. Soil also, it's a problem. You know that in Bhopal we studied mercury completely mixed with the soil, so it is poisonous. So that problem is there. Okay. In Japan, one disease itself was very famous. I hope you know that name. Anyone? Minamata disease, because of mercury contamination. We have all evidences. Very the moment the person gets Minamata, he'll become completely unstable. So these are the problems we are creating because of the waste we generate. That is solid waste. Okay. Even liquid waste, that is another problem. Liquid waste means sewage. We are using this. We want to be very clean, right? Use shampoo, Harpic, soap. All these are chemicals. They are creating water bodies. Eutrophication is because of that one. Too much usage of chemicals for cleaning purpose. Okay. So natural way of we are not using. So earlier natural way of like using neem leaves, all those things, and using the cow dung to nela sarsake. Now we don't have soil base itself. That's what. So we are not using that at all. So that was a natural way of handling the means microbes and all, so that it will. But now that is completely changed. The modern way of life is completely polluting the environment. So this can be full 10 to 12 marks question. Always it keep on repeating in different form. Okay. So what they have done, integrated SWM, solid waste management parks. Okay. Parks are to be equipped with the composting units. Now we get discuss ಮಾಡಿದ್ನ ಅಷ್ಟು ಹೇಳಾಯ್ತು, just glance ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ. So parks are with composting units. Okay. Dry waste aggregation and centers. I hope you know that here every ward there is a waste collection centers. Kasavannu mari hanagelli title. Give waste, will give money to you. So that becomes a way for segregation automatically. give automatically, that is segregated. Otherwise, we'll mix and give. Okay. Landfills for inert and rejects generation of the refuse derived fuel and waste energy plants. So all different ways. One is where I said composting 1 unit, dry energy, dry waste 1 more unit. The assurance to citizens is this: they could forget about all their problems linked to landfills, odor and other health hazards. So whatever landfills, they are all of prime agricultural places only. Kanakpura, Ramnagara. Okay. Means they are planning that one. That's why they are blaming. So agriculture spaces you are wasting for this purpose. See, this data you can use. Bengaluru data, 4,000 tons per day for a year. Okay, dumped by trucks laden with upwards of 4,000 tons per day for years have led to extreme groundwater contamination in Mandur and Mavalipura. 4,000 ton per day into 365. Today, if you walk through Mavalipura, you will see everything burnt. And some people, another thing is it catches fire because methane is there. It catches fire easily. So that again creates a air pollution in a bigger level. So Mandur story we discussed. So in spite of having the generators, bulk generators, energy generators like in Bidadi, still we are exceeding. Okay, now it exceeds 6,500 tons. Okay. No, waste to energy conversion. That's it. Dry waste, not bio waste. Dry waste they are converting as energy. That's what. If you do not segregate, again the energy generation becomes complex. If wet waste is included in that, so that is difficult. And so layering should be ensured so that the gases will not escape to the air. Okay, so that is not being done. So what is the problem? What is the problem? No, I am asking what is the problem? You are asking wherever it is dumped. We should also talk about problem, right? So scientific way means even water seepage will be there, no? So bottom also should be layered so that it will not go to the groundwater. So now they are simply going and dumping. No scientific management at all. Because it's costly. BBMP is not ready to spend money. Only that is the reason. Nothing else. The same space they have to do, right? Only they are deciding the place and going and dumping. But they are not doing any of the precautionary things because again it involves huge cost because they have to dig the thing, layer it so that it will not contaminate, and also cap above side. All these things they are not ready. Okay. So that's what. See, we are talking about solution, correct? But they are waste to energy. One side toxic, another side it is expensive. So that they are not ready to spend. That's it. So, and they are talking about what it can create. Even if you use waste to energy conversion, the outcome of that, again, some problem is there. The fly ash, residue suspended air particles create asthma related disease, means respiratory problems. And plastic and e-waste, that is another biggest problem. Okay. So for e-waste, there is a rule, EPR, extended producer responsibility. What is that? That should get back. Old phones, everything, they should get back. Okay. How they will get back? So they will give offer. No, actually, it is not of no use. Simply they want to give that discount. But they are saying that you bring your old phone in any condition, exchange it for means you'll get a discount of 1,000 rupees. You just simply go and give that old phone and give 1,000 rupees. No, they will not give, because they want to sell and also want to get it back. Okay. So usually what companies do, they cannot handle on it their own. So they will give it to some third parties. Okay. What they will do, they will collect all these things on behalf of those companies. Okay. And they will recycle it. They will dismantle, use the components. But that is also problem. Whatever components are important, they will take them. Remaining again, they will. So that still create problem only. So recently that third party aggregators that they have, government has removed those means licenses cancelled, but without giving a best alternative. Okay, 90% they were collecting, 10% companies were collecting without giving a proper alternative for collection, because they create problem, so they stopped it. So that is another challenge. Okay. So that's what implementation of EPR, because the components are very much useful in that. So that itself can provide 100 crore profit revenue. Okay, but it should be properly implemented. Please read this. Okay. About Dr. Wali, you can use in your answers. Why? India's millet man. Why millets are important? To fix the hidden hunger. Hidden hunger. What is hidden hunger? Lack of food is hunger. Lack of nutritious food is hidden hunger. I'm getting food, but still suffering. Okay, anemic. Okay, stunting. Because all these are hidden hunger. So to solve that hidden hunger, actually millets are very much important. Means your say rice, wheat, okay, these cereals, they will give you energy, okay, which is required in huge quantity, carbohydrates. But other components, smaller components, for plants also same, for humans also same thing. Some things are required in large quantity. Some things are required in smaller quantity, like iron, calcium, okay, zinc. So many minerals required in small quantity that are available through millets. So that's why millets are very important. Now in PDS, earlier only they developed the culture of giving only rice and wheat. Now they started giving jowar, ragi, everything in the PDS. Two type of problems will be solved. One is locally available, they can procure there only, and farmers will be getting benefit out of that, so that they will continue to grow that ragi, jowar and all. Because in our MSP program, minimum support price, government gives importance to only rice and wheat from the beginning. 99% benefit is given to that. Only 1% benefit is given to this all millets, okay, and pulses. So only 1%. So that is also killing all those varieties. Now it's the biggest challenge. Earlier, every area, if you go, different varieties of millets are seen. Okay. After this green revolution, there is another disadvantage. They started promoting only wheat and rice. So now we have reached to the extent that it is becoming costly. Ragi is no more cheap. Rice I can get for 30 rupees, 40 rupees. Jowar I have to pay 60 rupees, 70 rupees. Okay. So ragi, that is also being, earlier it is like cheap, poor man's food. One who cannot afford, they will eat all these ragi, millets, navne, same, okay, bargo. all these things. Now it has become the other way around. Okay, rich man's food. So that's why Dr. Wali has been independent scientist ever since he began research on millets more than 3 decades ago. See, that green revolution impact that Mr. Wali says, before the green revolution, the entire world ate millets. Just now I said the same thing he's expressing. Entire world ate millets only. Means only rice and wheat is only locally, some areas were produced it. All over the world, the first domesticated grass, that is millets, could be grown anywhere. Another advantage of millets is water intensity they are not water intensive. Ragi, you don't need much water. You just in a wet place, you just put ragi. Okay, automatically it will grow. But rice, completely it should be in water only. Another side, it is creating pollution. But millets are not at all consuming water. And they are resistant to that particular climate. In worse climate, they can grow. Okay. I hope I said one story about ragi and rice. Hedidinala. So the fight between ragi and rice. Kanakdasro baritar. But actually that is indicate it is not between actually ragi and rice. It is between upper class and lower class. Indicative. Okay. So metaphor. In English we call it as metaphor. Kannada we say anaku kavya. So just to show that always rice, who will eat? Only rich people, upper class people. Now that is what that story is other way around now. So rice, all these millets only lower people. But who is strong? So in that ragi will emerge as the strongest in that story. That means lower class or the downtrodden people all are having that much strength. If they fight back, he will be nowhere. Okay, but he gives last message: lead a harmonious life. So both are required for the society. So through that, but in real sense also both are required for the society. So he is saying that that's what it could be grown anywhere. That is the advantage. It could be grown anywhere. But for this rice and all, wherever water is available, there only have to plant it. Okay. So if you go back to literature from across the world, there is a mention of millets. It is the food human beings first had access to across the globe. It could grow in the mountains, near deserts, everywhere else. Idikenta advantage in name ಬೇಕಾಗಿತ್ತು. Okay. Some say visionaries should be there. That is what the thing. While doing something, what is the impact it is going to create? So thoughtless processes destroys many things. It is something has been consumed for thousands of years. It has references even in the Indian mythology, just now I mentioned. Okay. So Prophet Muhammad had barnyard millet porridge. Jesus' just last supper was bread made of a brown top millet. But all this information has been consciously removed from the history just within 100 years. In 100 years, all this is sidelined. Okay. Green Revolution changed the way entire world ate. It is not just healthy food, but the rights of the farmers that have been taken away in the name of Green Revolution. That is true. So they used to make their own seeds. They used to grow on their own, independent. Now we made them dependent. Sabotaging our food. Even today, agriculture departments across the world claim that Green Revolution was necessary as there was a lack of food when millets were easily available. It was these agriculturists who called millets fodder, animal feed, bird feed, and lots more. Earlier, that's what I said. Only for animals, it is not for humans like that, which is very nutritious rich. So he's blaming that. Due to this, many people in the villages that I visit also believe that millets are suitable for animals and birds, not for humans. See, your answer is ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ use ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬಹುದು. Nothing is like, ಕೇಳಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡ್ವಿ ಬಿಟ್ವಿ ಅಲ್ಲ. Exactly, you can write this. Especially in essay, it is beautiful content. You can write about Jesus. You can write about Prophet Muhammad. What is food he has taken. You can write about Kanakadasa's story. Okay. Wali has been an independent scientist ever since he began. Okay. And he focused on putting like natural inputs and techniques to enhance the soil fertility and crop productivity, because of excess usage of these fertilizers and pesticides, we have destroyed the quality of the soil. So it is not just about one country, it is about whole world, he is saying. Okay. So we can make the world eat the right food is to tell the truth. We need to continue telling human that this is the real food for human gut. That is the only way. Okay. I hope you know that when this is the year of millets, and this is a decade of millets, 2020 to 2030. Okay. In that light, so also this article is important. So if you want, you can read, no problem. The Congress Great Resurgence in Telangana. What we can learn? See, ನಾವು ಇಂಟು ಹಾಕಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಓದಬಾರ್ದು ಅಂತಲ್ಲ. See, if you lack knowledge, go and read it. ಅದನ್ನ clarity ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ. See, others may be having knowledge, you are not having knowledge, go and read it. Nothing wrong about it. Okay. So, but from this hour's perspective, spending that much time is not important. Like that, I will treat. That's why I'll select other articles. Whenever these articles are not so important, I'll be selecting some other articles. Okay. So what we can learn from this? Whenever you have some advantage, when the Telangana was formed, the Telangana sentiment made that particular party, BRS. Now, earlier it was TRS, right? Telangana Rashtriya Samiti. Now that is renamed as the BRS, Bharat Rashtra Samiti, right? Okay. So renamed. So you cannot use the same opportunity forever. At that time, you fought for it and you got it. So people supported you. Next time also they supported you. Okay. So, but if you keep on only using that old sentiment, it will not work out. Okay. So people will throw away. So the person who is in the topmost position must not sideline the people who are. He is not the only person who fought for it. Other people are also there who fought for Telangana movement, means separate Telangana. So, and the allegations were like that chief minister was not accessible to even their party men. Forget about other people. Their party people cannot meet him. So he is running administration on his own whims and fancies. Actually, positive side, so much development is there. Telangana is one of the best state, we can say, with respect to all aspects, technology wise, everything. Okay. We can compare with Karnataka, because Karnataka always leading with technology. Whatever first comes in technology, Karnataka is first. But Telangana started becoming first in many technological things. Like, for example, it is the first state which is using blockchain technology for land records and all. Even Karnataka has adopted it. Okay. So you know about blockchain technology? Everyone? No idea. So, okay, I'll finish this and I'll explain blockchain technology. So technology wise, they're going ahead. But because of this attitude, okay, because of this stubbornness, because see, doing good is one part. Being good is also means good to other people is also very important. So people don't like that. So that became negative for them. That opportunity was taken by Congress. Okay. So they used it and came to power. Fine. So from ethics point of view, we can learn. When you reach the top, how you should be there. It is not about only I am doing good thing, development activity, everything. So people may not like it. Okay. So it's all about what happened there in that state. So what is blockchain technology? See, what is the traditional technology? Centralized technology. For example, So with respect to cryptocurrency, it started. Now we are using it everywhere. That is just a technology. First used in cryptocurrency. I am bank. Okay. So Monisha transfers some 100 rupees to Harish. Who are all aware of these transactions? Only 3 people. Monisha knows it. Harish knows, me. Okay. Suppose if I know have nexus with these 2 people, assume that is a illegal fund transferred 100 crore to Harish. If we 3 became one, I can erase the data from the history database everywhere. If all of us are together, I can show that transaction did not happen at all. So this is the centralized strategy what we are using. Control is there. But in blockchain technology, it is a decentralized. What is blockchain? So see, whenever Monisha transfer to Harish, who are in this network, assume that all of us are in that network. Whenever Monisha transfers to Harish, okay, each one of us will be having one ledger book. Okay, assume that this is everyone's book, including Monisha's as well as Harish. The moment the amount is transferred, one page is attached to this. Okay, that amount is transferred, amount is transferred, amount is transferred, amount is transferred from this person to this person. So this is not correct. Sir, how you are making everyone to know about our transaction? So privacy should be there, correct? Yes. It will not record like openly. Monisha has transferred to her. It will be in a crypted form. Means you cannot see it. You only know that some transaction happened. Whether it is 1 rupee or 100 rupee, 100 crore, you don't know. But if they decide to erase it from their block, tear off that page I am calling in normal world, in technical word, they call it as a block. One block is attached to each everyone's ledger. So if you remove that, so you can easily see that some change happened. So if something comes to investigation, if they open it, then they will come to. So nobody can cheat. Okay. So another transaction happen, another block will be attached to this. So it is like a blockchain. One block is adding to each and every transaction. So that's why it's called as a blockchain. So that blockchain is there. So what is the advantage of this technology? Harish account is having only 100 rupees. He is transferring Monisha 100 rupees. Automatically it should become 0. So here it should be added 100 rupees. No more false money or something can be created. Sir, what is the meaning of that? I can relate it to land sale. You know that so many people, only one land, one site, they will send to 10 people with the fake documents. This person also will be having, that person also, everyone will be having that document. Some small changes will be there. In a registration, they will go and do the registration also. Okay. Harish dot S dot Kumar, same things, multiple ways, same land in different duplicate documents they will be selling. One land, 10 people will be having ownership. Here it is impossible. One property is registered in name of Harish. Okay, that is attached. The moment first time he sells, automatically there it becomes 0, and who is getting the ownership, it will become there visible. Visible means for in his account. Now whatever document he brings, that will reject. You don't have any land in your name. So that is a solution. Wonderful solution. Even for your answer scripts valuation, frauds will happen now. They can use this blockchain technology. There are many frauds, like validator will be giving some marks. Papa validator 70 80 ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಹೋಗಿರ್ತಾನೆ. What he knows, what okay, I don't take name, the board did this after entering the marks. Still they have control, right? So they took OTP from that validator for financing something. They will tell bullshit. and they'll change the marks. Validator will be right. 80 marks, he will be putting 160 marks in the final entry. Who will check that? Okay. He's telling that I have done my valuation properly. But while entering, they will be changing. If blockchain technology is used, what will happen? The moment he makes it, who are all in the system, all validators or the controllers, everyone will be in the, that one block, not informed. One block is attached. If another time somebody is altering, suddenly that will show that the key is altered. Some change is happening. So now somebody can take action immediately. So nobody can. The moment he enters, validator enters the marks, it is done. You cannot change it. Okay. So digital trace will be there. Digital trace will be there. They cannot do anything. So that is ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆಯಾ ಬ್ಲಾಕ್ಚೈನ್ ಟೆಕ್ನಾಲಜಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಪವರ್ಫುಲ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ. It is a decentralized technology. No central body is required. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕು ಯಾರು ಬೇಡ. It happens among ourselves, but without any problem. Is it clear? And this article, dark shadow in the New Delhi's credibility. What is this dark shadow? What is this New Delhi's credibility? Again, if you start reading, you feel it is important. If you think after reading, what is the summary out of this? Only 2 lines. That much only you can write. Okay, some articles are like that one. You feel like, okay, it's very serious thing. Everything is that a serious thing. But what is the summary? This line. Dark shadow. And what is that New Delhi's credibility? In the world of espionage, that means secretly we are doing operations. India is doing operations in Pakistan, Myanmar, in all countries. Okay. But it is like the famous proverb, until you are caught, you are not a thief. Until you are caught, you are not a thief. Sikh biddan matra kalla. Sikkilla andre nive problem illa. Correct alva? So many people are there. So they are doing illegal things, but everyone is not caught. If you are caught, then only they will portray he is a thief, he is a corrupt person. Okay, in the world of espionage, that is 100% correct. If you are doing all this secret operation across other countries and you are never caught, India can always play the safe card. So no, we are not doing any such things. Okay, but if you are caught, that image will be damaged. That's what the dark shadow on New Delhi's credibility. New Delhi is representing that India. That's it. India's credibility they're talking about. Some operations India cannot deny. The evidences are visible. Some they are having some links. Okay, you know that Kulbhushan Jadhav case. Okay, so whenever you are opening up or investigating something, so many links will be opened. Definitely we are doing, no doubt about it. What is the raw research and okay, what it is doing? Obviously, see, you cannot answer only outside. If you want outside, bilateral talks and dialogues. Inside, some great lessons will be taught in hard way also. Both will be using. Will not keep quiet. If some Pakistan does some activity in India, so we'll teach them a lesson without showing it to outside world. We'll do something there, so they will come to know. If we do, they will not keep quiet like that. If outside, if you do that, so much criticism will come. Now Israel and Palestine, they are doing openly, so people are criticizing. But many times, many countries always will be doing covert operations. Okay, secret operations. But dark shadow means many cases. For example, recently, the Khalistani movement person was killed in Canada. So Canada directly put blame on India. So you are responsible for it. India completely denied it. No, we did not do such activity. It is not in our agenda. We have stopped such activities at all. Okay. But there are many cases which is showing that we are doing such operation. So if when it is exposed, that makes our country's credibility to go down. Ever, for example, America's Snowden exposed its government plans. Snowden, do you remember? He released government data because it is doing invasion against its own citizens, collecting the data, which is against the right to privacy, which is always says that I am for the democracy, I am for the fundamental rights. So it is exposing, it is a shame in front of the whole world because of his own citizen, means its own citizen exposed that everything. So such things will make the credibility down. It is not like that if it is not exposed, America is fantastic, but others will not see that at all. But once it is exposed, there it will come, means drag that credibility. The same thing they're talking about India's scenario by giving multiple cases, multiple case means scenarios in other countries, what is happening. ಇದು ಒಂದೇ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಬರೆಯಕ್ಕಾಗದು, ಇದು ಏನು ಇಲ್ಲ, ಹೆಸರು ಬರೆಯಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ ನಾವು. We cannot write in Kulbhushan Jadhav case, India's things are exposed like this ಅಂತ ಬರೆಯಕ್ ಬರಲ್ಲ, which is against India ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಯಾಕೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಂಡಿಯನ್ ಸೇಫ್ಟಿಗೋಸ್ಕರನೇ ಮಾಡೋದು. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದು ಎವ್ರಿಥಿಂಗ್ ಇಸ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್, ಬಟ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನಾಟ್ ರೈಟ್ ಎನಿಥಿಂಗ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದಿಸ್. ಬಟ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ರೈಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಗೆಟ್ ದ ಐಡಿಯಾ. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಹೇಳಿದ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು ಇಷ್ಟೇ ಅದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಇರೋದು. ಅದ್ರ ಒಂದ್ ಕೇಸ್ ಬೇಕತ್, ಅದೇ ಈಗ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರು, ಇಂಡಿಯನ್ ನ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ಫಾರ್ ಟಾರ್ಗೆಟಿಂಗ್ ವಾಂಟೆಡ್ ಖಲಿಸ್ತಾನಿ ಸಪರೇಟಿಸ್ಟ್ ಇನ್ ನಾರ್ತ್ ಅಮೆರಿಕಾ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಕೇಸ್ say for the US, it is also obvious that it does not trust the information India has shared on Mr. Pannan, Nijar and Khalistani separatist movement, and hence is more focused on the plot against them than it is on the curbing their activities. Whatever data we shared, that they are not ready to trust. Other trust issue bande baratte. Okay. Correct. That's what some in this para only it is there. See actions. So intelligence sharing in 2008, that is 26/11 attack on Hotel Taj attack happened now, Mumbai. So about the impending threat, but did not divulge that the source of information was Lashkar-e-Taiba. They got information from LAT only, but US only shared this information, but they did not say this is the from the terrorist organization. Okay, say when you do not talk about the source, we feel means in a light way we'll take it. That is always there. Yaar heliddu anta. Okay, you take the seriousness of the word based upon the source, but they did not tell about it. So LET operative, okay, that David Headley, who even re-entered India with another diabolical plan in 2009. He came back to India with another bigger plan. After the US arrested Headley, it is entered a plea bargain that meant the man who decided to target and plan the attacks to precision could never be brought to justice in India, and the government was forced to take this testimony via video camera for the time. They did not even hand over the Headley to India because they felt that they will not give justice in India. Okay, so from Headley we wanted information, so we wanted to investigate. Only what was allowed is through video camera you can take his statements and all. So these are all the trust deficits between the countries. Whenever some activities happen, trust deficits will happen between countries. Even though outside USA, President, Indian Prime Minister, and USA top level 2 ministers, India's top level 2 ministers are meeting. We are having so much cooperation. Everything is there, but this exposes what is the real trust between two countries. If we are showing trust here, that means there is really good relation. So this exposes to what extent we have trust. That is not complete trust. Idu namak gottagadu. Here only they are telling that also. See, in this para, what is real trust? Real trust is shown in this scenario. Okay. With respect to trust, I can tell the story of Duryodhana and Karna. So that model you can understand. So exactly this is matching this. Kumaravasa, you know, right? Pampa, you know, right? Both write about their friendship. Karna Duryodhana. To what extent their friendship was. Kumaravasa writes pages together. ಆಟ ಕರ್ಣನ ಕೂಡೆ, ಬೇಟ ಕರ್ಣನ ಕೂಡೆ, ಊಟ ಕರ್ಣನ ಕೂಡೆ, ಅದು ಯಾವುದು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋದಾಗೂ ಜೊತೆಗಿದ್ರು, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋದಾಗೂ ಜೊತೆಗಿದ್ರು, ಹಂಗ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು, ಹಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು. He says so many things. Pampa writes only one incident. Only one incident. Okay. So, ನೆತ್ತಮನಾಡಿ ಭಾನುಮತಿ ಸೋಲ್ತಡೆ ಪದ್ಯ ಬರೀತಾರೆ. So, what is that? At that scenario, woman was treated like completely property of a man. And especially a king. And his bedroom. Not even ಏನಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಗಂಡು ಸೊಳ್ಳೆಗೂ ಎಂಟ್ರಿ ಇಲ್ಲ. Forget about man. ಅಂತ ಸ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ಟ್ ಇರೋ ಟೈಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ, ಬಟ್ ದೆರ್ ವಾಸ್ ಅ ಎಂಟ್ರಿ ಫಾರ್ ಕರ್ಣ ಟು ದ ಬೆಡ್ರೂಮ್ ಆಫ್ ದುರ್ಯೋಧನ. ಸೊ ಹಿ ವಾಸ್ ಪ್ಲೇಯಿಂಗ್ ಪಗಡೆ ವಿತ್ ಭಾನುಮತಿ, ವೈಫ್ ಆಫ್ ದುರ್ಯೋಧನ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಇನ್ ಕ್ಯಾಶುವಲ್ನೆಸ್ ದೇ ಬೆಟ್ಟೆಡ್ ಸಮಥಿಂಗ್. ಶಿ ಪುಟ್, ಓಕೆ, ಇಫ್ ಐ ಲೂಸ್ ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಗಿವ್ ದಿಸ್ ಆರ್ನಮೆಂಟ್, ಮುತ್ತಿನ ಹಾರನ ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂತ ಅವನು ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ಅವಳು ಸೋತೋಗ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾಳೆ. ಸೊ ವಿತೌಟ್ thinking anything, she is queen and I am so just a normal person. In a friendship, we'll forget everything. So she ಸೋತಿರ್ತಾಳೆ, ಕೊಡಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಿರ್ತಾಳೆ. He pulls that and all it, ಅದು ಹರಿದು ಎಲ್ಲ ಮುತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬಿದ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. By that time Duryodhana enters. So it's a very sensitive situation. ಒಂದ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾ ಹಂಗ್ ಮಾತಾಡದೆ ಹೋದ್ರೆ the guilt will be there in Karna, what he felt. ಮಾತಾಡಿದ್ರೆ, ಅದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಮಾತಾಡಿದ್ರೆ another issue. So Duryodhana lightens it very casually. He says, ಎಷ್ಟು ಆಸೆ ನೋಡಿ ಒಳಗೆ ಮುತ್ತಿಂದು, ಬಾ ಆರ್ಸ್ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಡೋಣ ಬಾ ಕರ್ಣ ಅಂದ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾನೆ. ದಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಏನು ಆಗೇ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ತೋರಿಸ್ಬಿಟ್ಟ. ದಟ್ ಶೋಸ್ ದೇರ್ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಶಿಪ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ ವಾಸ್ ಸೋ ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಂಗ್. ಗಾಟ್ ಇಟ್? ಸೊ ಕುಮಾರವ್ಯಾಸ ರೈಟ್ಸ್ ಆಟ ಕರ್ಣನ ಬೇಟೆ ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಅವನ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಇರ್ತಾನೆ, ಮುರತ್ತು ಇದ್ದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ನೀವು ಆ ಆಫೀಸಲ್ಲಿ ನಾಳೆ ಯಾವ್ದೋ ಒಂದು ಆಫೀಸರ್ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ತಿಂಗಳಾಂಗಳೆ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಇರ್ತೀರ. ಡಸಂಟ್ ಮೀನ್ ದಟ್ ಯುವರ್ ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ನೆವರ್ ಇಂಡಿಕೇಟ್ ಹೌ ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ ದೇರ್ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಶಿಪ್ ಈಸ್. Exactly the same here. If you want to show their real friendship, the real trust, not in Prime Minister and President met and hugged each other and took a photograph, and top level ministers met, 2+2 dialogue happened. Okay, 2+2 is very important one. 1+1 is, that is top level, President versus Prime Minister. Next highest is 2+2 dialogues. Top 2 ministers will meet and talk. Oh, see how close we are. No, that is not the test. The real friendship test comes in this scenario. When you need some sensitive information, to what extent they are ready to share with you. So that has not happened. That exposes your friendship. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಇದನ್ನೇ ಕಲ್ತ್ಕೋಬೇಕಾಗಿರೋದು ಇದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ. That means they could have told from LET this information, we got it. Definitely India ಅದಂತ ನೆಗ್ಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಬಾರ್ದಾಗಿತ್ತು, ಅದು ಬೇರೆ ವಿಚಾರ. ಬಂದಿದೆ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಬಂದಿದೆ ಅಂತ. ಬಟ್ ಯಾವಾಗ್ಲೂ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ಯು ಫೀಲ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ಯು ಸೇ, ಸರ್, even after information we did not do, bullshit we are. No, each and every moment some message will be getting like this. If you keep on acting on each and every message, that much resource we don't have, that much time we don't have. Correct? ಯಾವಾಗ್ಲೂ ಆದಾಗ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ಇತ್ತು, ಆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ. we are easily blaming, but it is very difficult to act on each and every. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗುತ್ತಾ? So that is the problem. But if they say it is from LET, definitely would have taken a measure like anything. But why they did not share that? That means that much trust is not there. That much trust is not there. ಕೆಲಸ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಲ್ಲ, ಏನೋ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಂತ ಕೇಳಬೇಡ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. That means that is not 100% trust is not there. ವಿಚಾರ ಹೇಳೋಷ್ಟು ಟ್ರಸ್ಟ್ ಇದೆ, ಬೇರೆಯವ್ರಿಗಿಂತ ಬೆಟರ್. ನಾನು ಯಾರಿಗೂ ಹೇಳಲ್ಲ, ನಿಂಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಿದ್ದೀನಿ, ಬಟ್ ಏನು ಎತ್ತ ಕೇಳಬೇಡ. It is like this. Got it? Who? Nobody will agree. How? Huh? ಯಾವ್ದಕ್ಕೆ? ಹಾ ಹಾ ಕನ್ನಡಗಂತೂ ಓಪನ್ ರಿಜೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಪ್ಪ. ನಾವ್ ಹತ್ರ ಮಾಡೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅದನ್ನ, ಅದನ್ನೇ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದು. Instead of reading about this, I conveyed you the idea. If you want, you can read. Okay. And this is talking about civic victory. That means a major shift happened in Mizoram. Here also some important learning is there. That is Zoram people movement. Mizoram also election happened. Different parties are there. One is Zoram's people movement, ZPM. First time that is means taking the power in their hands. The famous one is MNF. Since from the beginning, Mizo National Front, which fought for the autonomy of Mizoram. So that is history is there. Mizoram National Front. So third is Congress, fourth is BJP. So obviously ZPM got highest 27 seats. So out of 60, that means they will be the government. Second is MNF, who got 35% votes. See, ZPM 38%. This is 35. 3% gap. But there, that is what I said. What is the problem with the existing first past the poll system? Not so big difference, but seat wise, that is highest. This is okay. That is okay. Congress 20% and BJP just 51%. 5%. Sorry, what I said? 5%. Sorry. 51 means that definitely they will be the winner. But who will be in power now? ZPM. Who will be who will be having real power? BJP. Why? 5% ಆದ್ರೆ ಯಾಕೆ ರಿಯಲ್ ಪವರ್? ಫುಲ್ ಮೆಜಾರಿಟಿನೇ ಇದೆ. 30 ಸೀಟ್ ಬೇಕು. ಸರಿ, ಎಷ್ಟು 40 ಸೀಟ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ 27 ಏನೋ ತಗೊಂಡಿದೆ, ವಿನ್ ಆಗೋಗಿದೆ. 5% ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಬಿಜೆಪಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾ ಇದಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೆಂಟ್ರಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬಿಜೆಪಿ ಇದೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಏನ್ರಿ ಬಿಜೆಪಿ ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಂಗ್ ಇದೆಯಾ? For Mizoram, 90% funds are from central government. 90% funds are from central government. Okay. If you don't give importance to BJP there, whether it is 5% or 1% or 2%, so they must listen to them. So they are also powerful. If the funds are stopped, nothing can be done in Mizoram. In Karnataka, funds are majorly available in Karnataka itself. For Mizoram, 90% funds are from, for northeastern states, the majorly funds coming from center. So even though it has lost, BJP is still having hold. Even kalkobeku, uldiddu you can read. Not all the states. Northeastern states. ಯಾವುದು? No. Name ಏನಿಲ್ಲ. You are saying that that is scheme name. And that I said, for any scheme, funding will be done from state government as well as central government. For some scheme, center 50, state 50. Some scheme, center 60 or 40, state 60. Some scheme 75, 25. Some 90, 10. For these states, 90, 10. All northeastern states, okay, 90, 10. That means 90 central government is giving 10 state resources. So even they are in power to get the funds ensured. So they have to give importance to BJP. Those who have won, it may be less in number, but they have to give importance to them. Okay, they are also very powerful. ಹೆಂಗೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ಅವರು ವಿನ್ನರ್ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, why they have to worry? Majority government is formed, correct? They know how to, you know that for the government is not giving, central government is not giving funds. Reason whatever may be, ಒಲ್ಲದ ಗಂಡಂಗೆ ಮೊಸರಲ್ಲಿ ಕಲ್ಲು. ನಾನು ಹಿಂಗೆ ಕೊಡಬಾರ್ದು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾನು 100 ರೀಸನ್ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ. Okay, they have done mistake. They have renamed the central government scheme in their own name. Same thing happened in Telangana, right? Sorry, Andhra. Jagamohan has put housing Awas Yojana, his own name. Government said will not give fund. Now ದುಡ್ಡು ಕೊಡೋದು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಹೆಸರು ಹಾಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು. So we'll stop that. You change it, then we will give. But they said the same thing to West Bengal. She did not change it. They did not give fund. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನೇನು ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ. Okay. And this civic victory, why they are saying is because this party mainly for the people's problems. So to solve that, that's why they are saying that civic victory. So people supported this time who is fighting for their problems. Adana kotidaru. And this editorial, needless diversion. Venezuela should not escalate territorial dispute with Guyana. So what is this? What story is this? Okay. Obviously, whenever resource-rich areas are there, that only dispute comes. That is the first understanding. Yararu ಹೊಡೆದಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ something important is there. We are fighting for the Belagavi means something important is there. Means Maharashtra claiming Belagavi because it is a commercial hub. Huge revenue will be available for Maharashtra suddenly if Belagavi joins. Remaining are bullshit. ಹಂಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂತ ಮತ್ತೆ ಎತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗಿ ಕಟ್ಬಿಡ್ಬೇಡಿ. That is the truth. Okay, if it is not giving any revenue, nobody will fight. Oh, Marathi people are there, Kannada people are there ಅಂತ ಯಾರು ಮಾತಾಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ. Only if it is very powerful, then only people will fight. Otherwise, they will become silent. It will be there for namesake. But here, why that is very powerful? Because always money matters. So that is the reason. So here also, Venezuela is creating that Guyana belongs to me, other people. So what is this story? So what is the dispute? Guyana is oil-rich region. That's why they are claiming that this belongs to me, this belongs to me. Okay. So oil-rich disputed region is now part of neighboring Guyana. Okay, that particular name is Esquibo place, exact place. So Guyana is one country, Venezuela is other. But this place, they say that it now it is part of Guyana, and they are claiming it is belonging to us. Venezuela claiming it is belonging to us. This is the disputed place, Esquibo, in Guyana. Just like Kashmir in India, both countries will claim. So here, this is the oil-rich place. It is in Guyana, but Venezuela is claiming. So why it is claiming? Okay. So what is the history? So referendum means for Jammu also the same thing. Ask the people what they say. We'll act according to that. The different ways are plebiscite is there, referendum is there. Taking the opinion of the people. Okay. So here also the Venezuela is saying that according to Venezuela's electoral authorities, more than 90% of the voters supported the country's claim. That means it belongs to us. It is not clear what government of President Nicolas Maduro is going to do next. But the fact is that he held the referendum with just months left for the next presidential election. Okay. So always these political people want some tension should be alive, then only they will win. Correct, no? So same thing, before election only he made it, okay, we'll take that into our country. That means we'll become more powerful. The same thing before election, he did it. Okay. So voters also said, yes, it should be always. Who will say it is not belonging to us? If you make a referendum throughout India or plebiscite, okay, take the opinion of the people. Does Kashmir belong to us? Means who of you say that no? ನಮಗೂ ಇಷ್ಟನೇ ಅಲ್ವಾ, ನಮಗೂ ಬೇಕು ಅಂತಾನೆ. ಹೋಗಿ ಪಾಕಿಸ್ತಾನದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಕಾಶ್ಮೀರ್ ಯಾರ್ದು ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಅವ್ರೇನು ಇಂಡಿಯಾದು ಅಂತಾರ, ಅವರು ನಮ್ದು ಅಂತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಹೌ ಟು ಬ್ರಿಂಗ್ ದಟ್ ಟು ಲೈಫ್, ಪೊಲಿಟಿಷಿಯನ್ಸ್ ನೋ ಬೆಟರ್. ಐ ಆಮ್ ನಾಟ್ ಸೇಯಿಂಗ್ ಇದು ರೈಟ್ ರಾಂಗ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ಇಫ್ ಯು ಟಾಕ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಸಮ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್, ಸೊ ಯು ನೋ ದ ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್ ಬಿಫೋರ್ ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್, ವಾಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ದ ಆನ್ಸರ್. ಓಕೆ. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಬಿಫೋರ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ ದಟ್ ಪರ್ಸನ್ ಡಿಡ್ ದಟ್. So that is saying that belongs to us only. That leader might keep the border tension alive. Venezuela has always retained claims over Esquibo, which it says was stolen when the north-south border was drawn by the colonial powers, essentially. History ಬೇಕಲ್ಲ. Exactly. ಎಲ್ಲೋದ್ರು historical things. Kashmir ಬಂದ್ರು historical thing. ಮಾತಾಡ್ತೀವಿ Bangladesh line also. So dispute means because of historical things. Here also the same thing. So in 1966, what happened? Venezuela and UK entered into temporary Geneva agreement on the border. So like how we Radcliffe line, we agreed with Pakistan and India. So they came to an agreement that is called as Geneva Agreement. Okay. At that time, Guyana was the British colony. Guyana was a British colony. So they decided, it is not decided by us, that is the claim, to maintain the status quo while seeking to find a practical, peaceful, satisfactory solution. At the time, it is not decided permanently. Temporarily, we put this like this. Later, we'll find the amicable solution. In 1966, it happened with Venezuela and UK. The opposite people say that you only signed it. They say that that was a temporary agreement. Tensions eased when Hugo Chavez, Mr. Muduro's leftist predecessor, then the next lead, Hinde iddaru. Before this person, Hugo Chavez was there. Okay, very powerful person. He was the president. But when an oil boom began transforming Guyana's economy, Muduro's regime started becoming more vocal about the country's scheme or the reason. Earlier, that was not so like very demand for oil and all, but by 1970s, 80s, you know that oil demand is now also the oil demand is keep on. So then they thought, okay, we have to claim this at any cost. The Guyana, the only English-speaking country in the Latin America, maintains that 1899 border agreement between international arbiters from Britain, Russia, and US is final and approached the International Court of Justice in 2018, requesting the ruling. So they are going for another agreement, which happened in 1899. Before this, 1966, one more agreement happened between Britain, Russia, and US. At that time, they are powerful, especially Britain, colonial power. Venezuela on the other side always argued that it was not part of the 1899 agreement. It says that I was not at all there in the picture. How you can say that that agreement is final? No, Venezuela is saying, Miss Guyana is saying, so in 1899 it is decided. That is final only. But Venezuela is saying that at that time they did not ask me. Then how I can accept that? And if they are quoting 1966, they are saying that at that time I agreed, but it is a temporary. So in both the cases, in that case I was not there. In this case, I accepted temporarily. So that place belongs to us only, which it calls null and void. That's what 1899 agreement. Venezuela is not ready to accept. When Guyana moved the World Court requesting a ban on the referendum, court refused to do so, but asked Caracas not to take any action based on the referendum altering the status quo. It also means neither this nor that kind of thing. Okay. But Muduro has already dismissed the World Court jurisdiction over the dispute. Again, referendum was conducted, again acting on that because they wanted to win next election. Simple. Okay. See, next, by this, by January, I think Ram Mandir inauguration is there. Why it is planned exactly? Construction took that much time. So that's it. Why I am talking about Venezuela issue? Please, you have to understand, everywhere in the whole world that stories are same.
So it says that we were not.
Yes. Arunachal Pradesh, they are claiming. China is claiming. It belongs to us. Okay. China story, if you study, you know that there are two parties. Now, the People's Republic of China, original government is actually placing in Taiwan. What is there in Taiwan now? That was real China. Now they are pushed to corner. They are in Taiwan. Munche owner yaridru, our Taiwan alidare. Okay, in international relation, you will understand that. What is now Republic of China? That is new. That's why always they claim that that is, you must listen to us anta avaru heltare. Once you lost the power, you lost forever. It is not that easy to get back. So that is not real China. What is claiming? Now they are saying that this agreement, this whatever you are saying that India, China border, at that time we were not there. We will not accept that. Arunachal Pradesh belongs to us. Kashmir, the same story. Okay, so we did not agree to that point. Okay, simply they are attacking and claiming that place belongs to them. So in ಯಾವುದೇ ವೇನಲ್ಲಿ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರು ಕೂಡ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಲೈಕ್ ದ ಸೇಮ್ ಸ್ಟೋರಿ. ಎಲ್ಲಾರ ಮನೆ ದೋಸೆನೂ ತೂತೆ. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಎಲ್ಲಾರ ಮನೆ ಅಂಟ ಮಂದಿರ ಜಗಳ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನೋ ಸ್ಪೆಷಲ್ ಇರಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ಲಿ, ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಅವೇ ಜಗಳಗಳೇ, ಅದೇ ಆಸ್ತಿ ಜಗಳನೇ, ಇನ್ಯಾವುದು ಜಗಳಗಳೇ ಇರಲ್ಲ. ಎಕ್ಸೆಪ್ಷನ್ 1 or 2%, 99% ಜಗಳಗಳಿರೋದೇ ಆಸ್ತಿ, ಇನ್ನೇನಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಊಟದ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿಲ್ಲ, ತಿಂಡಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಯಾರು ಜಗಳ ಆಡೋದು. ಹಂಗೆ ಆಲ್ ಕಂಟ್ರಿ ಸ್ಟೋರೀಸ್ ರಿಮೇನ್ಸ್ ಸೇಮ್. ಅದು ರಿಸೋರ್ಸ್ ರಿಚ್ ಇದೆಯಾ, ಪವರ್ಫುಲ್ ಇದೆಯಾ, ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಟಜಿಕ್ ಲೊಕೇಶನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆಯಾ, ಫೈಟ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಬ್ಯಾರನ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಇದೆಯಾ, ಯಾರು ಕ್ಲೇಮ್ ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಿದ್ಯಾ? ಯಾರು ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ರಾಜಸ್ಥಾನ್ ಬ್ಯಾರನ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ದು ಇತ್ತು ಅಂತ ಪಾಕಿಸ್ತಾನದವ್ರು ಬಂದು ಕುತ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಲ್ಲ ತಲೆ ಕೆಡಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡು. ಅದು ಬಾರ್ಡರ್ಲೇ ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ತಲೆ ಕೆಡ್ಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಲ್ಲ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಕೇಳೋದೇ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ನಾನು, ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಬಟ್ ಸೀರಿಯಸ್ ಫೈಟ್ ಇರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಬಟ್ ಫಾರ್ ಕಾಶ್ಮೀರ್ ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಹೆವನ್ ಆನ್ ದ ಅರ್ತ್. ಹೆವನ್ ಆನ್ ದ ಅರ್ತ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಎವ್ರಿಬಡಿ ವಾಂಟ್ಸ್ ಟು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಇಟ್. ಇದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅದ್ರ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ಲಿ ಅನ್ನೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಈ ಸ್ಟೋರಿ ಹೇಳಿದೆ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಯಾರು ಕೇಳಲ್ಲ. ಪ್ರಿಲಿಮ್ ನಿಮ್ ಮೇನ್ಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೈನ್ ದ ಸ್ಟೋರಿ ಆಫ್ ಗಯಾನಾ ಅಂಡ್ ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಕಾನ್ಫ್ಲಿಕ್ಟ್ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ ವೆನಿಜುಯೆಲಾ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಲ್ಲ. ಮತ್ತೆ ಯಾಕೆ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು? ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ರೈಟ್ ಆಸ್ ಅ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್. ಈವನ್ ಇಫ್ ಯು ಟೇಕ್ ದ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಆಫ್ ವೆನಿಜುಯೆಲಾಸ್ ಎಸ್ಕಿನ್ಬೋ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್, ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಸೇಮ್ ಆ ತರ. ವೆನೆವರ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಟಾಕಿಂಗ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಡಿಸ್ಪ್ಯೂಟ್, ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್. ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಅದ್ರ ಕ್ಲಾರಿಟಿ ಇರ್ಬೇಕು. ಸಿಲೆಬಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಯಾಕೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೀವಿ? ಸಿಲೆಬಸ್ಗೋಸ್ಕರ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋದ್ರು ಇದೇ ತರ ಇರ್ತವೆ. ಮತ್ತೆ ಅವ್ರು ಹೆಂಗ್ ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋತಾರೆ, ಅವಾಗ ನಾವು ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಕ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಂಗ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ.